Good morning. We are here with Russ from RJ Energy Solutions, and he just did a blower test with our Georgetown 3 up in North Fargo. So Russ, can you tell us a little bit about some of the statistics that you've done with Heritage Homes and some of those numbers that you've seen throughout the years we've been working with you?
Yeah, we've been testing Heritage Homes for 3 years, and we've tested probably 25, 30 homes. Heritage Homes always came in below code. Code is 3 air exchanges per hour. Heritage today, this house came in at 1.4 air exchanges per hour, which is very well. We had there was some appliances that were not in place, but so we plugged those off. This is a Heritage home in Fargo where the code is not required code in Fargo, but I do like that they do have an air exchanger in the basement, which brings up the value to a home, which eliminates possibility of mold and condensation. So that's one thing that we have seen from a Heritage home that's always consistent. It's set it up to have it to 50 pascals, which is there's an inch of negative pressure in here, so it's the house is going to be in negative pressure. And this is now bringing your house into a negative pressure. We're looking at, I take it, is there a door open out there? So if there's a leak, it's going to show me there's going to be a high CFM rating. So
what are some of the benefits of doing this blower test for long-term for the homeowners?
For the long-term test for that, a lot of air infiltration coming in from outside is not. It's not only is it inefficient, but it's very unhealthy for a home. That's where you can bring in the allergies, those types of things for the homeowner. Having that tightness test, it just kind of shows us that you don't have a lot of leaks in your home, and you're not bringing a lot of unwanted, unhealthy air from outside. We want to be below 3 air exchanges per hour, and right now you're at 1.5 air exchanges, so you're like double below code of what code should be. And that 1.5, if we were to look at the air exchanger, that might be a little bit of where that is even coming from. But this house is testing pretty well, very well. And then the other thing we look at is we want to know there's 884 CFMs being pulled in between. Could be the air exchanger, could be moving backwards through the exhaust fans, those types of things. But again, the air exchanges on this house is very good. So we would probably would not spend a whole lot of time looking for leaks, because it's probably just your house is so negative that we're just bringing things in through an exhaust fan. Because again, your house isn't going to be sitting like this all the time. So that's pretty much what it is. The heating and the cooling costs might. When we do this, I always want to look at the safety and health of the home first, and then we look at the efficiency. But there are some times where we want to a house where it's bringing in air through an attic, or they're bringing in, let's say, gases air, where it's going to more allergies, those type of things. So those are kind of things for the value of the homeowner. They can see that there's no leaks, but also the efficiency-wise, that of what their system is, and it's. A lot of times, for here, I like that. One thing I like is when I walk into a house and I go downstairs and you have a heat recovery unit downstairs. That's the right way to do it, because if you're making a tight house, you need to have that heat recovery unit in it, because if not, then you're going to start having condensation on your walls, you're going to have some mold on your walls, those types of things. So those are the mold and the condensation is a huge thing as far as, and that's one thing that the buyers, they just don't. A lot of people just don't understand how important those things are. And so that's one thing, 3 months from now we're going to get a lot of calls on that portion there. And so my thing is always if the homeowner knew what the value that the heat recovery unit brought, they probably would invest in it. We use different tools if it's going to be a whole home energy assessment. But yeah, this portion of it was the blower door test, and this is the big portion of that energy.
So thank you so much for your time today.
Thank
Wonderful.
You. Thank you.